All right, thank you. Welcome to this afternoon's uh, Senate Growth and Infrastructure meeting. We will get started, and if you could call the roll, please.
Senator Hammond,
Here.
Senator Pickard, Senator Spearman,
Here.
Chair Harris, Vice Chair Brooks.
I'm here, and Senator Harris is excused. And if you please mark Senator Pickard present as he arrives, and we have a quorum so we can get started. And today we will be hearing one bill, Assembly Bill 26, which revises the provisions governing programs for energy assistance. And then we will be introducing a BDR after we hear that bill. We have with us this afternoon to present Assembly Bill 26. We have Ms. Meshberger, and if you'd like, please go ahead and present the bill.
Good afternoon. For the record, I am Maria Wortman-Meshberger, the Social Services Chief for the Division of Welfare and Supportive Services, and I oversee the Energy Assistance Program. With me online for questions is Robert Thompson, the Deputy Administrator for the Division. Thank you for allowing us to present Assembly Bill 26, which is a housekeeping item that revises provisions governing programs of energy assistance. The Energy Assistance Program provides a supplement to assist qualifying low-income Nevadans with the cost of home energy. Nevada's EAP program has two funding sources: the Low-Income Home Energy Assistance Program Federal Block Grant and state revenue generated from Nevada's Universal Energy Charge, or UEC, which you may see on the tax on the back of your power bill. The EAP program year begins July 1st, and applications are accepted through June 30th. Applications are evaluated year-round or until funding is exhausted. Eligible households receive an annual one-time per year benefit customarily paid directly to their energy provider or providers. Current language in NRS 702.275 is vague regarding the Universal Energy Charge specified reporting dates of funds received, allocations, and distributions, causing conflicts and confusion as these reports are utilized to distribute any remaining UEC funds. These proposed changes were recommended by the Legislative Council Bureau to clarify and specify the dates listed in NRS to ensure the Universal Energy Charge funds are distributed as intended in regulation and remove any room for interpretation of previous language. Thank you for your time, and we would now welcome any questions.
Thank you, Ms. Meshberger. I appreciate that. Do any of the committee members have any questions on Assembly Bill 26? Senator Hammond.
I got right of the hand now. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. I guess, I mean, it's pretty simple, right? It's pretty straightforward what you're asking for. Just being a novice, I don't know what, lawyers tend to know exactly how a language changes everything. So you have here getting rid of the word during and instead on or before June 30th. You believe that that provides enough clarification so that they know that the funds that are not spent between that time and December, and that's the other part of it. Is it still part of the bill or the language of the revised statute is that if they're unspent before December 31st, then those monies can be spent on something else?
Maria Wortman-Meshberger for the record. I do believe that the language clarification will be sufficient. And yes, we have to expend any funds received prior on or before June 30th by the end of December. Otherwise, they can be distributed to the housing division or a portion thereof.
Okay, so I was actually wrong in my interpretation of it in the beginning. So you just clarified everything for me. I have no further questions. I'm good with it.
Thank you, Senator. Do any of the committee members have any further questions on Assembly Bill 26? Well, great. That was very efficient. I think if the committee members have no further questions, then we can go to the phones and see if we have anyone that is here that on the phone that would be in support of Assembly Bill 26.
Thank you, Vice Chair Brooks. This is Broadcast and Production Services. At this time, the public line is open and working. However, there are no callers.
So I will go through the formalities anyhow. Do we have anyone on the lines in opposition to Assembly Bill 26?
Thank you, Vice Chair Brooks. Same thing at this time. We still have no callers.
And do we have anyone on the line in a neutral position that would like to provide testimony on Assembly Bill 26?
At this time, there are no callers wishing to testify in neutral.
Thank you. Well, Ms. Meshberger, you were so quick and efficient, and that there are no questions, no opposition, no support, nothing. So we appreciate that. I can then go ahead and close the hearing on Assembly Bill 26, and we can move on to our next agenda item. Thank you for coming and presenting that. So our next agenda item is to introduce a committee BDR. And so committee members, today we have one committee BDR that needs introduction by this committee. BDR number 22-836 relates to public transit services. I want to remind you that your vote to introduce this BDR is not an indication of support. We just need the committee's approval to get this bill into the process, assign a bill number, and refer to the committee. If you recall, about a forum, this was something that we forward, and I know Senator Hammond and myself have worked on it a little bit, and so this is a bill from that process. And so I have a motion to introduce BDR number 2.
So moved.
From Senator Spearman. Do I have a second?
That was a second from Senator Hammond.
Senator Hammond, thank you. And any discussion on this motion? Senator Pickard?
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. Just a quick question. Am I allowed to ask a question about the meaning of the bill, the purpose of the bill? I'm trying to understand what we're trying to accomplish here. Is this to provide microtransit services? I'm just trying to understand the bill.
Actually, it is to provide microtransit services in Southern Nevada, where there was population cap that didn't allow it in Southern Nevada, but it existed in other counties. But I'm sure we'll have a good bill discussion when we get introduced.
Oh, I'm sure we will. I just wanted to know if we were allowed to ask about what we're agreeing to introduce. So I just wanted to make sure I understood the bill. Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. I'm in support.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion on the motion? Seeing none, will the Secretary please call the roll?
Senator Hammond,
Yes.
Senator Pickard,
Yes.
Senator Spearman,
Yes.
Chair Harris, Vice Chair Brooks.
Yes. The motion carries. And that is the last, we have order of business for today. And now we have public comment. And so public comment can be made by calling in based on the information that was on the agenda, that's posted on the agenda, or you can go to the Nevada Legislature's website, and they have on the Nellis section of it, there's a tab that you can click in and register to make public comment. I should have probably said that at the beginning of the meeting, but we will wait a few minutes and see if anyone jumps on for public comment this afternoon.
Thank you, Vice Chair Brooks. Broadcast and Production Services is standing by. Vice Chair Brooks, at this time, there are still no callers on the line. However, the line is open and working.
All right, well, thank you. So we don't seem to have any public comment this afternoon. So with that, this meeting is adjourned.